Hello, it's me, Crazy Rebecca, Dances with Pitbulls. This ain't my house. There ain't enough stuff in this room to be my house. Yeah, I'm still cat sitting. This is my last night here. And I thought, hey, I gotta do one video from here. So I thought, well, what can I do? And I have been, okay, somebody called me and said, we got these old encyclopedias. I said, well, what year are they from? So I said, you gotta look in the front. And 1961, I said, yes, I'll take them. Well, I said, put them on my porch as close to the wall as you can. Well, I have two porches, and they put them on the wrong porch, and they got wet. But that's okay. I threw away the worst ones, and I saved the best ones. And I have been, oh my gosh, cutting out every single, yeah. You know who that is? Okay, here's a hint. We're in the M's. He was the rock star of his day. It's Mozart. There, I'll just tell you, it's Mozart. And just all kinds of cool things. Mouse. Let's see if I can grab one and like. I have no idea. So I don't know what everything was, but I just thought they'd make even cool backgrounds. Somehow I've got like a thought of like putting them side by side, whatever, and then putting a focal image on top of them in color. And here's the inside covers. So I want to cut those out. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll just do one for you. So this week went pretty fast. You know, I wanted to do more videos when I was at my house, but there was just so much more to do. And it was so hot, and you know, when you're only there for an hour, that ain't enough time for the air conditioner to cool it down. And I can't deal. So this one's dedicated to my sister and to Kathy D with their Neanderthal DNA. So I got me a trash can. Here's the latest pile. I have worked my way into the ends, into Narcissus and Napoleon. But I like these circles. Oh, here's a good one. Muscles. I like dudes I never heard of. And let me tell you something, females are sadly lacking in this book. This was way before women's lib, I'm telling you. But the circles, oh, I gotta find it. Well, I know what I want to say. Like, they can contrast with the darker pictures and you put a lighter circle on top. I'll have to just go through those, but let's see what else we got here. Nebraska. Okay. So they got good colored maps. Uh-oh, there goes my... And they're one single piece of paper, so I got a bunch of... I got Missouri and Montana. Missouri, Montana, Mississippi. I got Mississippi. And now I'm going to cut out the seal of the state of Nebraska. Oh, and I had a coincidence happen to me today. I took my son, John, my youngest son, to Popeyes to eat. Well, let me see if I can find it. Have you been to Popeyes? It's a fried chicken place, and they play Cajun music. And he said, this reminds me of a Disney cartoon, like the music from a Disney cartoon. And I was like, yeah, it kind of does, don't it? And oh, it's like bebopping, and I had a picture in my mind, and guess what picture was in this dang book? The very picture that I had in my mind earlier. And so I took a picture of it, and I showed it to John, and he's like, what? He goes, that's the same picture I had in my mind when I made that comment. I said, me too. I said, Twilight Zone music. And at the same time, he was typing X-Files music. So anyways, then I'm left with this, and it's going in the trash because I don't need it. Okay, what is this? This is the Near East. A map of the Near East. Okay. So maps are good. Maps are good. Okay, we have workers carrying sumac. Which is a fertilizer. Get over here. So, yeah. And I've just been watching Chopped on the TV. I think I'm going to cancel my Netflix just for a month. And I'm going to get the free trial of Hulu. And then I might keep the Hulu for a month. Pay for it for a month. And then decide if I'm going to go back to Netflix. Because I kind of watched everything on Netflix. And they took off some of my shows that I like. And I didn't think I'd like Hulu, and I think I do like it because they have a bunch of cooking shows. So, Navy SEALs or something. Vital jobs in the U.S. Navy. Hurricane hunting. I'll never remember what that is. Tall ships. Sometimes I tear the page out and then cut. I wish we could get one of the cats in here. I've been calling one of them the wrong name all week. Kitties, I hear you. Line drawing I like of rowers on an ancient Greek or Roman ship. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I kind of got an idea, but we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. But I know one thing, I got a whole gallon baggie full of them. And I got 6,000 more books at home. I got some medical ones. And that's going to be fun. File that under weird and strange. Okay, this one's weird, but I want it. Okay, I am looking for a Jurassic Park book. It can be a paperback or a hardback. I need the whole book, not just the cover. I want Elijah to read it. Because I was telling him about it, and it had graphs and everything in it, so. I just haven't come across one yet, but if one of y'all has one, I would gladly trade you something for it. Well, anyway. So anyways, oh, I gotta show you what else I was working on. I brought my knitting. And I spilled some water on my pattern and it ran. I'm doing this scarf. But here's the deal. I have to pay attention while I'm doing it. It's easier to cut out pictures. But I got pretty far on it. Ain't it cool? So, yeah. Been working on that. Like I say, you gotta really pay attention. It's not a mindless knitting game. But this is kind of, this next one. There's those stamps I was looking for. This is, sincerely, it's not a tangled mess. Well, it is a tangled mess, but I love you, but yeah, like whatever. It is. I think the cats were trying to knit on these while I was gone. It's socks on a magic loop. It's one long cable needle and toe up socks. So what I will do is, why don't I just knit across this and try to figure it out. And this method, it's not as hard as I thought it was. I watched a YouTube or something. Well, I'm sure I did. Great. It is a tangled mess. So at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, I give the cats their last treats. I'll make sure the litter boxes are cleaned. I'm going to sweep the floors. I'm going to go back home. I'm having a little car trouble, so I got to get that looked at. And I just want to get my life back. And I just want it to stop being so hot out. I don't think that's asking too much for it to stop being so hot out. I can't deal, man. I can't deal. So somebody offered me to do a yard sale like next weekend. Can't do it, too hot. And then somebody else wanted me to go down to southern Indiana with them and do like a hobnob pop-up show. But she's got big furniture, so she needs help like moving this big furniture and stuff. I'm like, I don't think I can. I can't deal in the heat. She goes, well, we would be in a barn. I'm like, yeah. I'd love to say yes, but I gotta say no. But she did give me a bunch of plates and stuff, and she wants me to make some of those tiered things like I made earlier for my challenge, you know, where I glued the plates together, the plates and the candlesticks. Okay, what? Almost done, almost done. Right here, this thing. Oh, I just pulled the wrong one. Ah. Okay. What is wrong with me? This goes here. And you're saying, why am I watching this? Why am I watching this? Look, I did it. Almost. And my friend that asked me to go to southern Indiana, she gave me the best compliment. She's my sister's friend. She said, I want somebody to go with that won't annoy me. I know you won't annoy me. Well, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. Okay. Now, those are untangled. if you haven't tried this method of socks, I would highly recommend it. Just be careful. Don't let cats knit with it while you're not looking, because you've seen what I just had to go through. Okay. I think I'm done here. I'm going to cut all these out. I'm going to go through the rest of that book, and then I am going to bed. I love you. I'll see you next time from my house with my mess. Ciao.